Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
We're in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed, you like fast life, you like to drive, get down.
What is going on, beautiful people? We are back with another episode, finally, because we have been off for a week of morning vibings. Hope you guys are doing well on today. Hey, Michaela, hope you had a great birthday on yesterday. Yes, happy birthday to one of our Pyromaniacs. Happy belated birthday, because we said it yesterday, but yesterday was Michaela's birthday, so shout out to you, Queen. We appreciate you. Love you, sis. Today, y'all, we got a lot to get into. But let me go ahead and get some things up in here first. We have some product alerts. Yes, we have some product alerts. It was good and peaceful. I know that's right. Ain't nothing like peace. Yes, praise God. We have some product alerts. So I have been waiting for this episode because I got a lot of products in yesterday. Oh, excuse me, not yesterday, last week. But I didn't want to open them because I wanted to show you guys what was going on and kind of do like a haul. Now, I did open some of them because I needed them. Like there, a lot of them were refills on certain products that I have. Grand Rising, what's up, King? How you doing, Dr. Ho? Appreciate you for coming through. But yeah, so I did open up one of them because I used it last night. It's called the Intense Overnight Sleeping Cream. This is, let me see if I have the, yes, I do. I love, this is by Notorium. I love Notorium's packaging. Let me put this away. There we go. Other side. I love Notorium's packaging because inside the packaging, you rip it off on the side and you open it. But inside the packaging, it gives you like little notes and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. I really like how they did that. It's really smart packaging. But this is the Overnight Intense Cream. And basically, it's kind of like what people use for like the oils to kind of lock things in. But it's less occlusive than oils. And again, face oils are not necessarily occlusive, just depending on your skin type. I have combination dry skin, so normal to dry skin. So my skin in certain spots can be dry, but I have combo skin, so it can get oily in certain places. And who's in the building? That's right. Hold on one second. What is that? Snoop Dogg? I don't know what your picture. You're so sweet. It's hilarious. Well, welcome, Cupcake. We missed you, Queen. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful week. Week off. But yes, I got this, and so basically it is like it's from plant-derived squalene, and you guys know how I feel about squalene. Squalene is a phenomenal ingredient to utilize on your skin to help the other. It really intensifies other products that you're using and enhances and helps it work and really penetrate the skin. And it's just really good for your skin. Squalene is just really, really a good thing for your skin. I know my brother. See, this is what happens. Hey, big bro, I'm actually live right now, and you're live with me.
Holy shit. I'll call you later.
All right, love you, bro. Bye. Anywho, that was my big brother, Malik. Shout out to my big brother, Malik. But yes, so so this is the Intense Overnight Sleeping Cream. Hey, Kevin, what's up, King? How you doing? Thanks for joining. Right, hey, brother. Right. Everybody, shout out to Malik. Anywho, yeah. So this is plant-derived squalene. It's really, really good for your skin. It's the last thing that you put on anything else that you got going on. Like if you're whatever your nighttime skin routine is. I don't recommend this for daytime because it locks in everything and it's not protective. I would recommend like a moisturizer or something else. I mean, I still put moisturizer on at night, but then I use this as the last step instead of face oil. So during the day, I'll use like maybe, sometimes I don't use face oil every day, but when I want to, especially in the winter, because I want to have extra moisturization or extra moisture and really help my skin barrier during the winter. I will use some face oil during the day, but this is really, really good for night. All right, let me stop wasting time on that. So that's the intense overnight sleeping cream by Naturium. Shout out to Naturium. Most of my products from Naturium. Shout out the thing. So this is the Dew Glow. I'm gonna open this up. Oh, the glare, honey, the glare. There we go. This is the Dew Glow Moisturizer SPF broad spectrum invisible sunscreen. Now I love this sunscreen. I love this just as much, if not, no, probably a little bit less than the Black Girl sunscreen. The Black Girl sunscreen just took everything from me. Look at this packaging. Look at how I love it. You rip it off. I just messed that up. But you rip it off, right? And then it opens up. You get the product, but it also has all of this like information on here for like, did you know about like what's in it, patch testing, all that stuff, whatever, their commitment to you. Naturium, y'all do it with the packaging. Y'all better do it. But anyway, I know about this already. So I talked to you guys about this before. It adds a really nice glow onto your skin as a sunscreen. So I'm going to use a moisturizer, but I'm also going to use this on top of my moisturizer because I view this as a sunscreen and it's not enough to moisturize my skin. So that's that. So there's that. I'm not going to open, actually I am going to open this up because I'm out of hyaluronic acid. No, I'm not. I have a little bit left, but this is also from Naturium, the quadruple hyaluronic acid serum, 5%. Love this serum. It's not basic. It's not a basic like a planner. Yes, just like a planner. Shout out to the Happy Planner. So I'm opening. I love this packaging. It's just genius. So this one it has a little box in there with the products. There's the products right there. I love this hyaluronic acid. It's really, really good. I'm going to order polyneumatic acid. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's supposed to be, and I've used it once, and I didn't really see a difference, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to try the Inky List polyneumatic acid. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but whatever. But basically, it's supposed to be 10 times stronger than hyaluronic acid. And basic hyaluronic acid, and I know the acid part is probably scaring people, but it's not really acid. It's not, because we have it in our skin anyway. We just don't produce enough to whatever. But the bottom line is hyaluronic acid is supposed to pull moisture into your pores, into your skin barrier to help keep it hydrated, right? So whatever is in the air, like water or whatever, that's why people recommend don't do your skincare on planes, because you're pulling in whatever is in that area, and we don't know what's in that area, and it's usually drying, and it's not really good for your skin. But that's a whole other story. I don't know, another conversation. But yes, hyaluronic acid from Naturium. I'm not going to pull this one open because I have I'm using niacinamides from the Inky List today. But this is the niacinamide serum, 12% plus 2% zinc, which is really, really good for clearing your skin and pore congestion. It's really, really good for that. I love this one. This is probably my favorite niacinamide. But I have been enjoying the Inky List niacinamide as well. It doesn't have zinc in it, but it does help with excess oil production in your sebums. So that really does. I like that. It really, really I enjoy like kind of working with that particular formula here that they have. But this is my absolute favorite from any type of niacinamide thing here. So let me put this in my overstock drawer here. Then I have retinol that I get from Naturium. I've tried the other ones. I've tried these. I've tried the one from Olay. It's okay. It's really, really strong. I mean, if your skin is not used to retinols, then this is probably not something that you want to start off with. And then I've also tried the CeraVe. I actually enjoyed this resurfacing retinol serum from CeraVe. It's okay, but I'm sorry, nothing beats this retinol complex serum Well, actually, there is something that beats it, but it's way more expensive. We're talking about affordable and accessible products here, okay? But this one is probably my favorite out of the accessible ones. And this is about, I think it's about $20 on Amazon, but you can get it directly from their website too. So don't quote me on the pricing. So that's going to go on my overstock too. And then I've been using. I bought two of these because they were on sale. Thanks Black Friday. But this is the retinol cream serum, 5% retinaldehyde. Excuse me. Retinaldehyde is stronger than retinol. I do not recommend this for beginner skincare enthusiasts and skincare. If you're trying to, start out with retinols or any type of retinoid, I would start out with something lighter like that. I would probably do. They have a cream version as well. It's like a moisturizer. I would start out with that one. That one's a little less penetrating. Actually, no. They have the face oil. You can use that. That is less penetrating than. I mean, it'll work into your thing, but it's not immediately like attacking your skin. If that makes any sense, it will overnight when you're using the face oil, it'll seep into your skin, your pores. So that's a little bit better. But if you have questions about retinoids, I would talk to your dermatologist and or seek a esthetician and ask them what their recommendation is based on your skin type, because retinoids can be damaging to the skin if you use it incorrectly. All right. So yes, this is a little stronger. I'm trying this out. I already see the results, and I've been using it for about a week. So I have to because it was on sale. So and I have points with Naturium, so shout out to them. And I also just got extra Bliss moisturizer. You know how I have the one that I'm currently using, but I had to get extra. And this is and then this is something new that I'm going to be trying out on Thursday. This is the Vitamin C Luminous Daily Moisturizer Glow Rush from Bliss, and it's a moisturizer. So I'm interested to see how it's going to work. It has vitamin C in it. Obviously, it also has vitamin E, which is really good for protecting yourself from free radicals and free radical damage and stuff like that in the air. And it also has squalene, which helps limit moisture loss, so it protects your skin barrier. I'm sorry, I stepped away for a minute. Kwame, you still unpacking? Yeah, just real quickly, I'm almost done. So this is my last product. And then it has panthenol in it, which I'm really, really excited about because the panthenol helps boost your skin barrier and it replenishes hydration. So that's really, really, really good. And of course, my personal favorite, African shea butter is in it, which is really good for dryness and combating any type of flakiness in your skin. It's just I just have always had really good results with African shea butter, and I always recommend it as a first step moisturizer. For beginners. I started out when I started in my skincare process, and actually in my overall skincare for since I was in Seattle, I've used shea butter. I started out with cocoa butter rather, and it was just too greasy for me, and so I went to shea butter and found shea butter, and I was like, oh, and this works a lot better. So some people find cocoa butter better, some people find shea butter better. And shea butter, as much as people say yes, it has natural sun protection, it does, but it's not a sunscreen. I don't want people to get really confused on that. Don't think that you can just put shea butter on and go out into the sun, especially where the ozone layer is not really working. Okay, make sure you put some sunscreen on. Did you tell them about our new fave, or are we gatekeeping? I'm fine with gatekeeping. I'm gonna save that for Thursday, sis, because there's a sale going on. I don't want to rest. I'm kidding. We love y'all. Anyway, let's get into what we're meditating on. And while I'm meditating, I was talking and unpacking all of that. I'm gonna go ahead and get into getting my skin back into, because I just got out the shower, but my skin dries really fast if I don't have my moisturizer and stuff on. So this is just Vichy Laboratories. This is it's volcanic water. It's mineralizing thermal water. That's all it is. It's just water. If you don't want to buy these expensive ones, you can just get distilled water and spray that on your face. That is just as good as these. This just has minerals in it that's good for the skin. But if you don't want to do all that, you can just get distilled water and spray that on there. I have a little thing on there that I use to freshen up before a show. In the middle of a day, if I'm getting ready to go on, I'll freshen up or whatever, and just get my skin plump and ready to go. And you can use distilled water for that. But today, what we're meditating on is own your journey. Whatever your journey is, whatever you're going through, whatever you've been through, especially as you're growing up, own that. That's your journey. That's the journey that God wanted you to go through, and God wanted you to kind of navigate through. You don't have to be ashamed of it. You don't have to be trying to be something else. Which brings me to our today's story time. So own your journey. Love the road that you're going through. A sale, be right back. I'll send you the link, cupcakes. Don't worry about it. But yes, own your journey. Make sure that you are, understanding that what you're going through is your path, your reason, and your special road that God has paved out for you to grow and to learn and evolve through. Which brings me to my story time. Someone that doesn't want to own their path. Let's get to what's his name. This, for those who do not know, is King Harris. King Harris. I'm going in with my Fat Water by Fenty Skin. I'm gonna put this up here so you guys can see the products. This is King Harris, and King Harris is the son of T.I. Harris, Tip Harris, or whatever other names he goes by. Famous rapper. Okay. Also the son of R&B queen and group member of Escape and reality star Tiny Harris. Okay. I can own it, but sometimes it's hard to walk. I know that's right. That's a different conversation, brother. Sometimes I didn't say it was gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. But owning it and knowing that and being proud of where you've been is and what you've been through is important. I don't want to go through some of the stuff that people go through. Sometimes we all go through stuff and we don't like it, but it does make us better and stronger. I'm going in with my Advanced Snail Radiance Dual Essence by Kors RX. So yes, so. King Harris got into and like I said, he is the son of T.I. Harris and as well as Tiny Harris. And as you guys may know, group member of Escape. Okay. So and T.I., we've seen him on the show Family Hustle. Okay. If you haven't seen the show, it was on VH1, I believe. Whatever. Apparently over the weekend, and I'm going with my niacinamide serum from Inky List. Apparently, damn, that's a good picture of T.I. Isn't it? It's a good picture of him. That's what I was like, oh, okay, all right, Tip. But he over the past weekend, and we talked about it on Pyro Power Hour yesterday. So for those who missed it, you can go back and see what Kyrie and I's opinions are of it. But I wanted to deep dive into it today. But for those who missed it, let's go ahead and watch what happened. This is King Harris went live, and they were at some game or some stadium or whatever, and I don't know what it was for. It was supposed to be for some event. And the reason why T.I. was there was because he performed along with a slew of other people, and they had a booth or a box. And you guys know how expensive these boxes are, right? I'm going in with the Vitamin T 23 by Kors RX. That's the Super E hyaluronic acid. Michaela says, for this situation, I feel like it's not his fault because he wasn't raised by his parents, and his grandmother has come forward and said how she had to take care of him. But when you put money in it, somebody's face, it's not understanding the way how it should affect the person to show your mistakes. I'm just saying this is a messed up situation. I understand. We'll get to it. But let's talk about let's go ahead and look at what happened. Again, this was T.I. Performed at this event. The family was there. It was supposed to be this, function. And so, everybody got a box seat or whatever, a box booth or whatever. And you know how these box booths are when you go to these events. You have to have money or you have to, be invited into it, right? Right. So let's take a look at what happened. And forgive any foul language that's used. I don't know if it was edited out. And I apologize. Hey, Sean, what's up, Queen? How you doing? Thanks for joining. All right, let's take a look. Oh, and then I'm going in to seal this off with the hyaluronic acid by Naturium, the quadruple hyaluronic acid serum. All right, let's take a look.
You upset. You can't. I know you. Ain't no mystery about it. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself and the family. Nigga, you embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
Hey, what is you talking about? Get off me, nigga. Man, get off me, nigga.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Shit you can do with me.
So, as you can see, things got a little wild. And things, escalated to the point where allegedly T.I. had put King in a chokehold. So that's allegedly what happened. Michaela says this is what happens when you don't stay in a kid's life, and now I'll leave that you flash your money in the front of his face. I'm just gonna prepare for everybody. Dr. Holt says, girl. And Michaela makes a great point. Michaela makes a great point. Like, you can't just throw money at every child. His problem, he's been a problem since he was little. Sean says, okay. And all of these are valid points. I think all of these are valid points. Even Dr. Holt saying girl. All of these are valid points. I'm going in with marula oil, the marula oil moisturizer by the Minimalist, which is a really interesting company. This has hyaluronic acid in it, vitamin F and vitamin E, and it helps nourish and hydrate your skin. This particular formula is for dry and normal skin, but I think anybody can use it, to be quite honest with you. Marula oil is really, really good for your skin barrier, excuse me. So let's do this. Let's just get real for a minute. Let's assess the situation. In the military, I was always taught to assess, digress, and move forward. Initiate, engage, whatever you want to call it. They should have let him stay with his grandmother. Well, I did research on that, and he lives with it, or he grew up with his grandmother. And the thing is that what people don't know is that he went over to his grandmother's house. I'm going in with my multi-peptide lash and brow serum on my eyebrows. What people don't know is that King would be taken over to his grandmother's house when they had events and they were not able to stay with them or go on tour with them or whatever the situation is, or when they had to work. Now, of course, with rich people, it's a little different, but again, people have to work, regardless if you're rich or not, right? You have to work in some way, shape, or form, whatever that work is. And so that is That's that on that. I am not going to talk on the parenting because I'm not a parent. And I think oftentimes parents get the short end of the stick when it comes to the behavior of their adult children. They're grown now. King is grown. And the issue started, the root of the issue and why King went left was because they were saying, because he kept talking about how he was from the hood and all this stuff, whatever. And they were like, no, you were born, you grew up with a silver spoon. And my thing is this, it would be different if we didn't know him. And what I mean by knowing him is if we didn't know of him, who he is. By the way, this St. Ives Renewing Moisturizer, Collagen and Last, I've been using it for a couple of weeks. It's actually really good. I don't recommend this for the daytime as a moisturizer. I recommend it as a nighttime use to use it at night to help add extra moisture into your skincare and to your skin overnight. I don't feel like it lasts during the day. And I feel like there's better products that you can use to keep your skin moisturized. But this is really, really good if you want to incorporate retinoids or other type of serums and treatments, because this doesn't have a lot in it. It's just collagen and elastin to help strengthen your skincare barrier or skin barrier. I digress. Going back to everything. So if Dr. Holt says, so if he never felt love for his mother and father, did the love that I'm sure his grandmother gave mean anything, or is he using that as an excuse to just embrace thug life mentality? I don't know what his reasoning is. I think because his father, and this is my personal opinion, I think because his father actually lived that life. I think because his mother grew up around that life as well, and they actually had to struggle and they actually had to. And I'm not saying that King didn't have his own. Oftentimes, what gets me frustrated is because people grew up in a different way, or they look at the younger generation as nothing, or because they're older, that what the younger generation or even this current generation is going through is invalid. Because I guarantee you, I feel in my spirit right now that if half of the stuff that y'all older folks got through or went through was on camera, like Freaknik stuff, or stuff that you guys did back in the day that you don't tell anybody, that you tell stories about now, and you dumb it down so that way people don't know the severity of the situation. I guarantee if it was plastered all over the internet like it is now with these young kids, you probably would be in the hospital. I'm serious. You probably were trying to be getting some type of psychiatric evaluation. So don't knock what these kids, because a lot of times a lot of the stuff that because Facebook wasn't around until, I don't think Facebook came into existence until I was in the military. Yeah. So it wasn't like, even when I was growing up in high school, everything was localized. None of the other high schools knew what was going on with me. None of the other high schools knew what was going on with my current school and the drama that was going on in my school. And I didn't know what was going on in their schools. Now people are just going on. You put something on social media, everybody knows, from Zimbabwe to Greenland. So there's a lot more different. I'm not saying that it's better or worse. I'm just saying it's different. It's a different journey that they have to go through. You know what I'm saying? Say that one more time, Kwame. Say that one more time. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's better or worse. All I'm saying is that it's different. So the struggles that King may have had to go through is different from what Tiny and T.I. had to go through. Not saying it's better or worse. It's just that it's different, which is one of the reasons why I'm saying let's be real about this, King. Own your journey. You don't have to be this thug, this gangster. You're not. We saw how you grew up. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad that I wish I grew up like you. That would have been nice. But I am blessed to have what I had. When I was growing up, my parents worked hard to provide for what we had. So my whole thing is like, own your glow, own your journey, own what makes you you. And yes, you were a fantastic personality. Now you've taken it to the head, and a lot of people are looking at you like you're a spoiled brat. I'm sorry, and I get frustrated when people are like, "Oh, well, well, the parents should have did this and the parents should have did that." There is no manual for anybody on what child. No child comes with a manual. They don't. Every child is different. You can't use the same tactics that you use on the older child on the younger child or the middle child or whatever number of children you have. Every child is different. They develop their own personalities, their own vibes, their own spirit, their own life. And adult children should not be utilized as a catalyst to condemn or break down or make the parents feel like they are failures. They're alive, aren't they? They did their job. I'm serious. So I don't know. Like for me, it's frustrating to see all this. Dr. Hall says, I was taught that each generation should progress or be greater than the other. My great grandparents struggled to make a life better for my grandparents, so forth and so on. Absolutely, Dr. Hall. Absolutely. And I think that that's the goal. And I think that when King gets a little older, I don't know how old he is. He's definitely super young. And even maturity wise, he's super young. But I think when he matures a little more, he'll look back and see how silly this is. I'm sorry, because one thing that Tiny had said about T.I. That I believe that she believes, and even the rest of them believe, is that even though he may not have been a great husband to her, or boyfriend to her, he's been a great father to them, and so that he's provided for them. They co-parent really well because they're still together. I don't know if they're like together. I don't follow them like that. But at the end of the day, they're still doing what they need to do to provide for their children and provide for their legacy. So regardless of what you feel about them, regardless of the other scandals that allegedly is going on with them, I'm talking about this particular situation, and I just felt like King just really was out of line. And for you to go live, like, what was the reason for you to do all that? I would have just turned off the live as soon as I started getting hyped and realized, like, oh, okay, I'm on live. You look silly because it's you, and you got yourself in a headlock. You got to pump up against your dad, girl. It's silly to me. It's silly to me. Michaela says, I say both sides are wrong, and yes, he is spoiled, but I also think it's the people he hang around. If you look at the friends or associates that he's around, they're not good people to hang around. Okay, but what does it have to do with the parents? Listen, nobody can make you do anything. I don't care who you're around. Yeah, they may influence you. Like people say, like, oh, well, the devil made me do it. The devil didn't make you do it. The devil can't make you do anything because God gave you something that everybody has, and that's free will. So you made the choice to go off on your family. You made the choice to embarrass yourself on the internet. You made the choice to be super sensitive instead of having a conversation and saying, hey, that offended me, Dad. That offended me, Mom. That made me feel like less than. Instead of you using your words, you got loud and ignorant and belligerent. You chose that. His friends didn't chose that. His friends may have egged him on. We can sit there. Let's play devil's advocate. We can sit here and say that his friends, egged him on. But his friends didn't make him pull the trigger. Oh, by the way, I'm using this face oil squalene. I should have. Damn it! I just wasted this oil. I didn't put on my sunscreen. All right. Well, forgive me, Lord. I'm sorry. Don't like to waste stuff. But yeah, so like, I don't know. I feel like he handled that in a way. He wants to go viral. I agree, but it's like, I don't know. How do you deal with that? Because at the end of the day, like a lot of people were looking at like the whole situation with Jeffrey Dahmer. They were looking at. I watched the movie. I watched some of the biopics and the documentaries that about him or whatever, and a lot of people were trying their best to blame the parents or whatever. It's like, you can't control crazy. You don't know what's going to come out. You don't know how your child is going to come out. And yeah, there were probably signs and stuff like that, but we're also talking about a time where mental health wasn't a big deal back then. and they have, we're in a different situation. We're in a different situation now to kind of learn about the brain, how advancements in society and conversations about different things and whatever. So to me, it's like you can't just put everything on the parents. I'm not saying that all parents like what's her name? Angela Black China's mom. She cuckoo. I ain't got nothing to say about her. She other than she's cuckoo. But that is what it is. Oh, now I can put on the face oil. I'm so sorry for wasting that face oil. I hate wasting face oil. Fortunately, I only put like 2 drops, but still, that's 2 drops that could have been something else. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this was silly. This was not the business. This was not the way that things should have been. Dr. Ho says, let me put my assistant principal hat on. A lot of these kids not do everything for social media and want to record everything, but when the consequences come, I'm sorry and all that, it's too late. I agree. Michaela says the people he's around, I think he's been okay. I don't know. And my other thing is that he needs mental help. That's just put on the table. He needs to talk to somebody. Clearly, he's not okay. Right, but how old? Let me look up how old he is. How old is King Harris? Okay. Oh, so he's 19. Oh, so he's really, really silly. He's really, really, really silly. Okay, so he's 19 years old. Okay. So first of all, he's over 18, so nobody can force him to go and find therapy. His parents can't force him unless he proves to be a danger to himself or other people, right? But him being a spoiled brat and an ass does not constitute him being forced to be put into an institution for mental health services. So he needs to go and seek that out for himself. And if he that's here nor there. He definitely needs to go do that, but you can't force somebody to go do that. Just like you can't force somebody to learn how to navigate their triggers, because something triggered him. Something triggered him in the conversation that they were having, because I remember, because I saw the video, Tiny took the phone and was talking to his people, and was like, hey, he grew up with a silver spoon, and he went over to his grandmother's house because she let him do whatever he wanted. Well, you sent him over there, girl. I mean, I'm just, let's be real. You did. Oh, really? 19? Oh, child, T.I. have to knock him. No, he should have knocked him out. Because he's silly. Out of all their kids, he's the only one that's always online. He wants to be his dad. They should have been tapping that behind when he was little, instead of giving special treatment for their absence. Well, to Michaela's point, Sean, and I hear you, I agree with you. But to Michaela's point, she was talking about how some of the blame should be put on them. And I kind of agree with this point right here, because the reason why he got special treatment is because King Harris on Family Hustle became a star. Everybody loved King. I loved King. I thought he was hilarious. Because you look at the little kid, it was like, okay, it's a little kid, it's funny, he's witty, all the stuff, whatever. Okay. But you ain't got to be disrespectful. Mama and Papa Ho would have laid me out. Honey. Honey, I would have called Mama and Papa Ho if you would have got crazy. Laid you out. My parents would have laid me out. My mom, to this day, I watch what I say, because she will get on a plane and fly over here and whoop that behind. She's a crazy Puerto Rican, but I love her. My point is, at the end of the day, we have to be mindful of because it does take a village, and I think whoever was there, because I listened to it, I'm very observant. I listened to how everything was. People are like, oh, ha ha ha, and laughing. You don't laugh when somebody's disrespecting their parents. That's not funny. And so if he has all these people around him, they should not be around during family events. I feel, because it's not funny. Because guess who's fronting the bill for you, girl? Your father. And I'm interested to see how he navigates this. I don't know if he's really a spoiled brat. We're gonna see in the next few days, a few days to a week. If he's really a spoiled brat, if he's not, if he apologizes or if he navigates in a way that seems apologetic, because he doesn't have to apologize to us. He needs to talk to his family. I don't care if he does it publicly or not. He needs to apologize to his mom and dad. I'm sorry, I feel that way. Regardless if you felt disrespected or not, you don't need to do. You publicly like disrespected your father and your mom, and you bucked up against your mom. Oh no. Mm-mm. No ma'am. No ma'am. When I saw that, I was like, mm-mm. Michaela says, yeah, I know. I don't know if I would have a full stun that he would have pulled out with another meet me ever again. I would have been gone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Girl, let me tell you something. I got one whooping in my entire 41 years of life, straightened me all the way up. Let's forget it. They would have been playing going up. Y'all. Y'all are a mess. He's not going to do it. He's already been on social media tyrant, and now it's just blowing up. Where should I work? So he's on every block. He'll be okay. I hope that he's okay, and I hope that this is not a stunt from T.I. and Tiny. I hope not. I hope not, because there's nothing funny about this. It's not. There's nothing funny about any of this. But anywho, I'm all done. I'm all ready for I'm almost ready for that. I gotta put on my clothes, get ready, get into the candle lab, start doing some things. I love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hanging out with me. There's gonna be some changes over the next month. I'm gonna be more active on my channel as well. Just especially during the holiday break. I just needed this past week was such a realignment and re-engagement with myself that I have, and I've talked to some of the clients. We have some great things in store. So I'm looking forward to continued growth. I'm looking forward to the holiday season. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving break. And yeah, I'll see you guys tonight with Kyrie and Miss Lisa and Just Dominic. Oh, and then in about less than 45 minutes, we have the return of I'd Rather Not podcast. So stay tuned on Pyro Media Network to find out when that podcast is airing with Chrissy Champagne, Seattle drag star over in Seattle. So shout out to Christy, one of my good friends, and one of the few white people I love. I'm kidding. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys do me a quick favor and hurry up and add yourself to our phone line. And the best way to do that to get notifications, if you don't get notifications from YouTube or Facebook, is to go ahead, or Twitch. You can get text Blaze to BLAZE to 833-793-2423. That's 833-793-2423. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, we're gonna go out with a commercial. I'll see you guys on the next one. I love you guys. Enjoy, stay blessed, and stress-free.
In a world filled with diversity, where radical faith and progressive believers come together, there's a place that's breaking all boundaries and embracing believers from all walks of life. Bullet and Flight Radio, where believers unite, boundaries break, and love triumphs.
For What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. I wanna know, would you love me better if I go? I'm not home. I wanna know, can we trust this that's about to let us know? I'd go.